I'll tell a bit of an anecdote so you can understand where this concept of cloud came from. The way the internet used to work, and still does, is you connect to the internet as a user, and on the other side of the internet somewhere there's a server. And if you send something from one place to another, or between two people, let's say an email address from one person, an email from one person to another, you have the email on your computer, you connect to the internet, you send that email off, and then it arrives on the other side. Now, what happens in the middle? What the internet does is it breaks down that email into multiple different packets, multiple different components, and they get sent across to the other side, and then they get recombined on the other side, and the user finds that. Now, unlike a train where all the packets might be on a single track going from point to point, the internet is more like a road network, say. So all the packets go onto different trucks and they go all over the internet, and at any one point in time, while that email is in the internet, as it were, you don't know where it is. You don't know which computer on the internet between the start and end point is hosting which packet. And that's generally where the cloud concept came from. So network engineers would draw these diagrams where you connect to the internet, there's a big fluffy cloud in the middle, you send your email into that cloud, you don't know where it is in the cloud, and it pops out at the other end and gets recombined. Cloud is generally a way of describing not knowing which specific machine is doing something or which specific machine is holding content. Cloud computing is doing computing tasks on a machine out there, but not really knowing which computer is doing that computing task. And cloud hosting is a similar concept. It's essentially your website, if it's a web hosting service you're talking about, and it's saying that your website is hosted on a machine somewhere, but you don't know which machine, you can't identify which machine, and you can't ever identify whether it is even a single machine. It might be a multiple machine. Now, Netregistry's cloud hosting has been in development since 2000. We were actually one of the very first companies globally, really, that implemented a cloud hosting solution. And the way that it works is your website, when you host with Netregistry, is effectively hosted on not just a single computer, but on an entire bank, a cluster of computers, a cluster of web hosting computers. And so the concept of which computer is hosting my website doesn't really apply. It's what is the cloud service that is hosting my website.